That's not...
Might be awkwardly jumping in the middle of the freaking game. If I need to just cut audio from us kind of talking, because the game has online for like leaderboards, and then
Yeah, people probably hacked for max scores anyway.
Anywho. Carson's the one playing this again, but I'll probably...
Because I am the Kirby lore expert.
I played enough goddamn Kirby. I can play this on my own time, and
Yeah.
unlike most other games, there's no reason I need to play this on my own and record it. It's not like a Pokemon where it's like recording slightly different teams or slightly different battles. So I'm going to be playing this on my own. If I need to play it on my own and record something, I will, but for the most part, it's just going to be us. Well, his save, but I can just play...
Well, we also, when co-op is available, we can do that if we learn how the game handles the controller thing.
Regardless, because this is your save, technically, I have my own.
Yes.
And I can play this game outside of recording on my own and do shit.
Yeah, because it's
no.
control setting.
It's the...
It just seems to...
It's the one setting, and that's unfortunate because this game plays really well with a GameCube controller. We have enough GameCube controllers if you really want to use a GameCube controller, since Type A, to me, feels way better on a GameCube controller than Type B.
Like I said, I can maybe change that when we get to...
The GameCube controllers on this game feel really good.
Yeah.
No, I messed around in the demo. It's great. They repeat enough buttons where a GameCube controller actually makes logistical sense.
I've also been jumping between a lot of games, so if I do something stupid, that's why.
So, this is kind of like the demo, except you don't have multiplayer.
Which is why, because we've already seen it, why I'm sort of trying to speedrun things. Plus, I think this game unfortunately does a sort of stupid thing where you, like, if I pause, you'll notice the game, it doesn't list any collectibles or whatnot. The first stage either doesn't have any, or they only...
The little tutorial area didn't really have stuff, except... I believe if you wanted a blue coin, when you get, like, when you had a cutting power, you could turn around.
I don't need it. I'm a man, I think I beat Soul Melter EX. Let me beat the original Soul Melter, I think I beat EX.
We ended up getting the full game. So, said we would try to work on that.
Well, it's Kirby. Every game's the full game.
Yeah.
You see, it's funny because
You know what the fuck I mean.
I was gonna say, you see, it's funny because mouthful mode was about to happen.
Which,
I'm going to be honest, I've looked at it long enough, it's no longer cursed to me.
Got a physical copy, as we do.
Yes.
I'm not letting physical games die, god damn it. Digital aids my ass.
Is Kirby angry on this box art or not? Because I think we're finally past the point where they don't do that as often anymore.
That's one of my favorite things.
Funny thing is, I think it was Triple Deluxe, or... No, I believe it's Triple Deluxe because the cover showed the Hyper or Nova Power. Kirby was actually angry on that one, even in the Japanese cover art.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Ain't that convenient?
Forgot about this.
Is that a fictional language or not? I can't tell.
Yes.
The singing?
No, the singing's Japanese.
It is? I have seen people argue this.
Listen closely.
I can look.
No, that's Japanese.
Yeah, I can look it up later when we're not talking.
That?
You know, the shit at the bottom is the game's fictional language.
But the thing is, the fictional language is, Romanized. So, it has 26 letters.
Of course it is.
No, the reason I'm bringing that up, and this... And then,
Fresh spring breeze.
the reason I'm bringing that up, the reason that they do this song and have the bottom text, is to teach you the letters so you can start translating it, because it is one-to-one Romanized into English. As in, there are 26 characters that match an American alphabet.
Mm.
So, because of that, it's not a hard language to translate. You just match the character, and
Of course fucking nerds would translate the fictional goddamn language.
because it's Romanized.
Eh.
That's the thing when it comes to this as a fictional language. It's basically unknown letters.
Also, I guess if it's a fictional language, that proves this isn't Earth. Because I feel like if they wanted to make it clear that it was Earth, they would just,
Alternate Earth!
they would just straight out be using English.
It's an alternate Earth where we made fancy letters.
I say that, but those enemies look like normal birds. Then again, normal birds appeared in Spring Breeze, so... I guess this is what happens when you give lore to a series not designed with lore in mind. The lack of an auto lock-on still angers me.
Hey, but the game does that faking it a little bit, where as long as
You
you're
wouldn't need to do a faking it if you had a fucking soft lock. But it doesn't have a goddamn soft a lock-on. What the hell is this? That's been standard in 3D games for like 30 fucking years.
Do you really need a lock on in a 3D
At least
game?
a soft lock. Why are they capturing one of these? Also, wait, if we were in another dimension or whatever, how are there Waddle Dees here? Unless they got sucked in with us, but if they got sucked in with us, why would the villains want them? Because how would they know Waddle Dees exist if they're not native to this dimension?
It's kind of implied that they were just chilling out here.
And there's the two-player.
Mm-hmm. Bandana Waddle Dee, and he literally just walked into the plot.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to beat the stage before we do anything as the
To the world map.
multiplayer.
World map.
Okay, first world starts with an N. We're gonna have to keep track of this.
Also, you can fly around the world map, and if you...
It's like Star Allies.
Yeah, and there are secrets if you go off the beaten path.
Secret.
You can find, like, rips in reality. Speaking of... Sometimes you find levels, sometimes you find other things.
I feel like right now, because the game hasn't introduced the, like, rips in reality that...
But...
Yeah, those aren't going to be here.
My point! And
yeah, there's the...
Yeah.
The play co-op, and it, like, we just register.
Yeah. That's the...
So,
What?
my, because of the way it registers, first, yeah, you basically, seems like you can't get stuff on the first run through, that's mildly
No.
annoying.
You can.
Hmm.
No, this game does something dumb. Everything that's a mystery, you can just do if you know what it is. But every time you beat the level, anything you missed, if you go back into it...
I'm just returning to Waddle Dee Town to see if the game, like, saves when I do this, because you might have to exit the... Okay, yeah, saving.
Yeah.
On.
Yeah.
Okay, game is saved, so now that the game is saved, also there's change difficulty, button going to, like, basically exit the game so we can put, like, the GameCube controllers in. Aye. Continue co-op. Well, that's a fun thing that will show.
Yeah, and I'm trying to...
On. I have to change it back to a type A, and everything is good now.
Yeah, I'm just dusting up. We brought out GameCube controllers, but I gave... Carson's using one of the newer ones, and I'm sitting here dusting off one of our...
And now back to the first level to pick up shit.
old controllers.
The thing, like, because you only...
No.
Oh, wait, yeah, the one is proper.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so this is a level from the demo, man.
Yeah.
So we should know.
We know all there is to know. Oh my god.
And like I said, one good thing about
I haven't used that GameCube controller with a Battle Beaver stick in it in a long time.
One good thing about doing this are broken controllers are almost out of battery. And charging both Pro controllers at once would be a bit of a pain in the dick, so I guess this works out.
One, it plays fine.
That's why I said I guess it works out, because it's not,
You know, that's something I need to do on my own time, is, like, we have that purple GameCube controller that I put a Battle Beaver stick in, but it, over the years, has kind of stopped functioning properly. I want to see if this game... Smash actually recognizes that controller, and I am deeply confused about that.
I am convinced what has happened with that can,
This one fucking functions completely.
I am convinced what has happened with the original purple controller is that it's so old, it, like, because it's one of the triggers that doesn't work for that when we use the trigger. It's, like, not that it doesn't work, it is still technically registering, it's just that the, like, basically signal from the trigger on that is so, like, dim now, that most games don't register it, and I feel like because of the weird way the GameCube controller is registered as a USB, that's the only reason like Smash seems to recognize
But
it.
if that was the case, then other games...
Well, I was going to say, like, did you try that controller, like, purple one with 3D All-Stars?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Okay, so...
That is... This old black controller works.
I feel like it's something about how the game reads the trigger inputs, but I don't know what the hell that would be.
I've been confused about that for the longest goddamn time.
I don't know. Because I just remembered a thing, if you see a Poppy, bros, don't kill it, I need the big suck.
You unlock powers in the one area if you use it at least once. So it's better to constantly change up powers while we're trying to unlock stuff.
This goes, against my, how I play Kirby. I'm used to, as soon as I getting a power, hoarding it, basically hoarding it like a small animal that found shiny things.
This controller with the Battle Beaver stick works fine. It's just my purple one.
Or that was also a controller we got later.
Yeah.
So because we got that controller later, it wasn't as new. Remember, that's also a black controller, so because it's a black controller, I believe it's also the black GameCubes were just generally produced later, weren't they? At least in America, I think. Speaking of bomb.
You've used it once, okay. Anyway.
I was like, I made a joke about it, but it is something that actually does seriously bother me, is that, like, movesets aren't listed on the Paul's menu anymore.
Yeah.
Someone might say, oh, you don't have, because it's 3D, you don't have that much of a moveset. That's technically true, but it's still nice to bring up what the game does, especially because some of the attack names were actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, this was a Dream Friend, so this wasn't Kirby, but in Star Allies, one of them, like, not Marks, one of Magalor's attacks where he would summon the other Dimension Needles from, like, the final boss fight. The name of the move was a Deadly Double Needles Deluxe. Oh, it was Double Deadly Needles Deluxe. I think double was first.
There we go. Get all the coins.
But that's Star Allies, the apparent and worst Kirby game, so it has no redeeming value. Don't you know how just hit the make a Kirby game button on a conveyor belt and out popped the physical Star Allies copy?
That's how this works.
Yes. It's like how any company hits the make a 2D button.
Wait, can I? Yes, I can. Cool. You deal with that.
Because don't you know, 2D games are lesser than 3D games. Look at something like Skullgirls or Cuphead. Yep, they made that in an afternoon.
It's just... well, one, we missed the fucking... Every time.
Oh, okay, we didn't miss it because I was standing there trying to kill the
You
enemy.
know what I mean.
No, this would have been missing it if we had walked past it.
It's the game churning button.
Yes.
You churn out a game like a cement mixer.
Uh-huh.
What?
Uh-huh.
See? You can... One cycle, that was already got it. We're done. This is a level we actually played.
Because it's the demo.
Yeah, and it's just verbatim the demo.
Ow.
So long, sucker!
You're stuck by the camera. You're stuck by the camera, and unless you do a sequence-breaking damage boost, you have to go all the way around. But I don't know how to do that at damage boost, so that's why I didn't. Ow.
Right.
There's a way where you just get hit, like, you get hit by the turtle, and this is why you need a fucking soft block in 3D!
I believe the any percent at the moment, it's like an hour.
Of course it is. Of course people will speedrun the game after it's only been out for, like, when did this come out?
5 days ago. See, we can get everything. You just have to know what the goals are. Kirby!
Oh, they seem to be set then. Because...
They're not.
Or at least the first one is, because it's Kirby. And then Cappy. And... That's a good pun.
Mm-hmm.
You can read these descriptions later.
This game feels
Unless, some of these have a really interesting description. You know, I wonder
if anyone has an answer to that GameCube controller thing, please fucking tell me.
Like I said, I would assume it's a weird thing about how it registers, like, L and R pushes, but I don't know what it would be, because it only works in...
That's the only thing the minus button is good for.
Alright.
The collection. Playing with a GameCube controller, we don't have access to the...
Fuck.
It's not the worst It's time for the question of the day, my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, how many of you are playing Kirby for the first time? I noticed a lot of people have never played a Kirby game before, and this is the first Kirby game they ever played that, in my opinion, is really cool. A lot of other Kirby games are great, but this is not about other really good Kirby games. This question is about whether or not this is your first time experiencing this series. As a small bonus question, is my audio balancing okay? These are the settings I used when I edited the demo footage, and I thought that sounded fine, but if you want me to make any changes, feel free to ask about that. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shield for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.